Thank you, Father Gaetan, for accepting to sit with me and talk briefly on a particular topic. Hello, my viewers and my friends. I have here with me Father Gaetan, a professor of Islam and Patrology. During my time in Congo 2 years ago, I was fortunate to teach Islam, but not professionally. And in class, I asked my students, when you hear Islam, the word Islam, what comes to mind? And one of the boys was like, terrorism. I was like, that is too hostile to say. And one thing which was sad is that in my class, there was a Muslim guy. Immediately he broke down and he began crying. And when I asked him, why are you crying, my friend? He said, my friend is not sensitive to me. What he said is too strong, and that is not what Islam represents. So looking at what is happening right now in Africa, your country, Burkina Faso, and also in Nigeria, whereby Christians are being persecuted for their faith, and there's been different attacks on churches, what do you think our young people back home needs at this point in time? What words can you give to them to help them understand that terrorism is about religion? It's not about religion, but terrorism. I don't know, what can you say about that?
Well, what you're talking about is a very important issue that the world is facing today, not only Africa, it's everywhere, the question of terrorism. But when you look at terrorism at a global level yourself, you see that terrorism is not only linked to religion. Like this past week, is it Thursday or Wednesday, in Germany, you have this guy who killed, the extreme right, who killed a number of people, isn't it? He belonged to no religion, but what is he? He's a terrorist, creating terror. So, but in the face of terrorism that claims a link to religion, what we need to know first is that terrorism finds a lot of its reasons in politics. Like if you take Boko Haram, the whole thing of Boko Haram is not only about religion, but when you go and dig deep, you will go and see that there are serious political reasons, socio-economical reasons, historical reasons that led to the birth first of Boko Haram as a group and as now a terrorist group that is terrorizing people. Of course, in a society like this, they will always look at the weak points, and generally Christians are always been linked to the West. That's why often they hit at Christians, because they are the weakest body, they are the weakest group that they can hit at. But when you also, again, you look at it, like when the terrorists are attacking Burkina, okay, we hear they have attacked the church, but when they attack a market, or they attack in France, or wherever, in Iraq, or in Syria, do they distinguish between who is Muslim and who is Christian? No. So the call for me is, first of all, that, as I said, to know that terrorism is not obligatory linked to religion. It's linked to a lot of other reasons more than religion. And these frustrations in those other domains, economic, politics, history, nourishes itself now from religion, the religious discourse. That's a very important thing to know. Second thing, when you look, if you have to talk about a question of percentage, how many percentage is Boko Haram in Nigeria compared to the whole Nigerian population, or Muslim population who want to live in peace with their Christian neighbor, with their animist neighbor, etc. Well, let's say I give a percentage. Would it be 2%, 3%? you take the same, you apply it to Burkina, you apply it to Syria, you apply it to Iraq. So terrorists, those who claim themselves to be of these groups, are a very small percentage. Like we say 1%, and then we take it to globalize it on the rest of the 90, 95%, 98%. Is it just? It's not just. Take Mali. Mali is 99% Muslim, but they are being hit by terrorist groups. Why do Muslims attacking Muslims? You know. So it's where reflection has to be made, that we should not take what a small number is doing to generalize it on the whole. It's not just, you know. The third point, terrorism today and violence in the world today, which is not only limited to religious terrorism. If you talk of religious terrorism, look at India and all that we also have. And we have to think of it as not only Muslims or Hindus or whatever are only violent. Christians have been violent in the past. You know, we have our own history. And even today, in some places, it might be at a higher level, but they are using their Christian identity to colonize others, to rule on others, to decide on others. But these are things that we don't see, but that do exist. So this terrorism and all that, for me, it's calling us for unity. We have to unite. All the people of goodwill, as the Gloria says at Christmas, have to come and unite for peace, to show that when Christians, Muslims, and whoever of goodwill can live together. And we have that in Nigeria, I'm sure. I've never been to Nigeria, but I'm sure they have that. We have that in Burkina. When the terrorists started, they thought that they would divide the communities. They didn't manage to divide the communities. The more they are attacking, the more even Christians and Muslims are coming together to fight them. This is what we need to see, according to my view. Okay?
Yeah. I think I truly like what he said now. They say in French, union fait la force.
Voilà, l'union fait la force.
Yeah, together we can fight against terrorism. My last question is, what will you say to that young person out there that comes to you and say, Father, I have prayed and prayed and prayed, and yet nothing is happening. My family is being killed. I'm scared of going to church because I might be attacked. What can you say to the person?
Well, that's a very difficult question. I cannot tell the person, stop praying, continue praying. Evil makes more noise than goodness. So God is at work. God is in control. Evil makes more noise. I'm sure when we think of our world with all the violence around, we think that our world is getting worse and worse. It's not true. There is a lot of goodness around, and people are doing a lot of good to one another. People are reaching out to one another in solidarity, in building bridges. That's what we need to do. Of course, the cross will always be there, but the victory is sure. That's the message of Easter, isn't it?
It is.
So,
All right. Thank you so much, Father. Thank you.
thank
And
you.
guys, you've heard from his mouth. Union fait la force. Together we can fight against terrorism. But solidarity is very important. We must rise above our differences and search for that which unites us. Only then can we call our community a home. And only then can we truly defeat our differences. That is terrorism. Thank you, Father.
Thank
and
you.
God bless you.
That's one more time. Thank you.
Thank you.